What if I told you Samsung is already working on One UI 9, even before most of us have gotten our hands on One UI 8.5? That's right. While we're all waiting for the latest features to roll out, Samsung's engineers are busy crafting the next big thing. And today, we've got some exclusive leaks that give us our very first look at what's coming in One UI 9. From brand new visual effects that could make your Galaxy device feel completely fresh, to performance improvements that might finally solve those annoying stutters we all experience. This isn't just another minor update we're talking about. One UI 9 is shaping up to be a major game changer. So grab your coffee, settle in, and let me walk you through everything we know so far about Samsung's most ambitious software update yet. Let's start with the most exciting part. We actually have visual proof that One UI 9 is real and in development. You know how One UI 8.5 introduced that new software update screen with a header image shown it? Well, that header is handled by a separate app called Software Update, which makes perfect sense when you think about it. Here's where things get interesting. In a recent internal build that leaked online, a newer version of this app included a brand new image file. The file was labeled Major, and when you look at the image itself, it clearly shows the number 9. This confirms beyond any doubt that we're looking at the official banner image for One UI 9. Now, this discovery actually fits perfectly with Samsung's update pattern that they've been following for years. You see, Samsung treats their X5 releases like One UI 8.5 as minor updates that bring UI improvements without changing the Android version underneath. But their X0 releases, like One UI 9, are always the big ones. These are major updates that come with a completely new version of Android. In this case, One UI 9 will be built on top of Android 17, which means we're getting both Samsung's innovations and Google's latest improvements all in one package. Speaking of visual changes, let's talk about one of the most exciting features coming to One UI 9, classy visual effects. Before you ask, no, this won't be like Apple's liquid glass design that they introduced with iOS 26 and iPad OS 26. Samsung is taking their own approach here, and honestly, it sounds pretty amazing. Google is adding translucent, glass-like visual effects throughout Android 17, and Samsung will likely build on these in their own unique way. These effects include background blur that makes your wallpaper show through various UI elements, creating this really cool layered look. You'll see these glass effects in the quick panel when you swipe down from the top, volume sliders whether they're compact or expanded, the power menu, and even in your notifications. The really smart part is that these UI elements will work with Android's dynamic color system, which Samsung calls Color Palette. This means the glass effects will automatically pick up colors from your wallpaper, so everything feels connected and personalized to your setup. But the visual improvements don't stop there. One UI 9 could bring some seriously useful new features too. Android 17 is adding major improvements to screen recording, and Samsung will likely make these even better with their own touches. You'll be able to draw over your screen recordings as they happen, which is perfect for creating tutorials or highlighting important parts. There will be touch indicators so people can see exactly where you're tapping on the screen. You will also get to choose whether you want to record audio from your device, your microphone, or both at the same time. The system will show your recording time in a neat pill-shaped bar at the top of your screen, so you always know how long you've been recording. And when you are done, you can delete, edit, or share your recording right from the notification that appears. Here's something Galaxy users have been asking for forever. Google is working on a simple app lock feature for Android 17. If Samsung integrates this into One UI 9, and they probably will, you will finally be able to lock specific apps without needing a third-party solution. This has been one of the most requested features in Samsung communities for years, so it's about time. Now let's talk about performance, because this might be the most important improvement of all. Google has made some major changes under the hood of Android 17 that could make One UI 9 feel noticeably smoother to use. They completely redesigned something called Message Queue, which is basically the system that manages how apps show updates on your screen. The old system worked in a line. One thread had to finish before the next one could start. If one thread took too long, everything else had to wait, which caused those annoying drop frames and stutters we all hate. The new system, called Dirty Queue, uses a lock-free approach that lets multiple threads work at the same time without waiting for each other. This might sound like technical mumbo-jumbo, but here's what it means for you: smoother animations and fewer stutters. Google's testing showed 4% fewer missed frames in apps and 7.7% fewer missed frames when using system UI and launcher interactions. That might not sound like a huge number, but trust me, you will notice the difference when you're switching from your camera app to your home screen or navigating through menus. These improvements, combined with Samsung's own optimizations, could make One UI 9 the smoothest version of Samsung software we've ever seen. Let's talk timeline, because you're probably wondering when you'll actually get to use all these features. Google is expected to release the first Android 17 developer beta sometime in the first quarter of this year, which means we're already pretty close. The final stable version of Android 17 should arrive in mid-2026, which gives us a good idea of when Samsung will start rolling out One UI 9. Based on Samsung's recent pattern of releasing updates faster than before, One UI 9 will probably debut with the Z Flip 8 and Galaxy Z Fold 8 sometime around June or July of next year. There's also a good chance we will see Samsung's second trifold and the S27 Ultra devices launching with One UI 9 right out of the box. If you're planning to get an S26 series phone, those will launch with One UI 8.5, but they will likely be the first devices to receive the One UI 9 update when it becomes available. This leaked information comes from the same sources that first revealed One UI 8.5, so we have good reason to trust these details. But remember, Samsung is still deep in development on both One UI 8.5 and One UI 9, so some features might change or new ones might be added before the final release. What we're seeing here is just the beginning of what could be Samsung's most ambitious software update in years. The combination of Google's Android 17 improvements and Samsung's own innovations could create something really special. From the glassed visual effects that will make your device feel premium to the performance improvements that will make everything more responsive to long-requested features like app locking, One UI 9 is shaping up to address many of the complaints users have had about previous versions. So there you have it, your first comprehensive look at what's coming in One UI 9. From confirmed visual evidence of its development to exciting new features and major performance improvements, this update could be exactly what Galaxy users have been waiting for. The glassed visual effects, improved screen recording, built-in app locking, and smoother performance all point to Samsung taking user feedback seriously and building something truly impressive. What feature are you most excited about in One UI 9? Are you looking forward to the glass effects, or are you more interested in the performance improvements? Drop a comment below and let me know your thoughts. If you found this leak video helpful, smash that like button to help more Samsung fans discover what's coming next. And make sure you're subscribed with notifications turned on, because we'll be covering every new leak and development as Samsung continues working on One UI 9. Until next time, keep an eye out for more exclusive Samsung news and leaks coming your way. And I will see you in the next one. Peace out.